Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. A silent storm in Valley Village. The sun was just beginning to dip below the palm trees of Valley Village when the Valley cameras stopped rolling on Jax Taylor, perhaps for the last time. What had started as a promising new chapter in Jax Taylor's ever-dramatic reality TV life had begun to unravel with such speed that even his closest friends in the cast were left stunned. For weeks, Bravo fans whispered about Jax's disappearance from public events, the tension with Brittany Cartwright, and his emotional outbursts caught on tape during season 2. But it wasn't until Andy Cohen, the godfather of Bravo and the man who had seen it all, broke his silence that the full weight of Jax's departure hit. And when Andy spoke, everyone listened. Behind the Bravo curtain. Andy Cohen had long championed Jax Taylor, from his early days wreaking havoc at SUR on Vanderpump Rules to his evolution as a husband and father on the Valley. Jax was a magnet for both chaos and ratings. But now it was different. On an episode of Andy Cohen Live, Andy chose not to spin, not to protect, but to tell the truth. "I'm very pleased with his decision," Andy began slowly. "It shows a lot of growth. I told Jax at the reunion that he needed time, away from the cameras, to get better. It wasn't shade, it wasn't a throwaway line. It was concern, fatherly almost. He read the room well," Andy continued, pausing for effect. "I hope he takes the time to lean into this opportunity to work on his issues." For longtime Bravo viewers, it was the first time Andy had so publicly encouraged a star to walk away. The final straw. The tipping point came quietly. Jax had completed a mental health and sobriety treatment program in 2024 after season 1 ended in a hailstorm of public fights, marital breakdowns, and concerning behavior on camera. But as filming ramped up for season 2, it became clear Jax was not ready. There were rumors of outbursts on set. His castmates, including Kristen Doute and Michelle Lawley, often found themselves tiptoeing around his moods. Brittany had moved out. Their separation was now public. Fans saw a man unraveling, and producers took notice. One Bravo insider revealed that it wasn't that Jax was fired, but let's just say the writing was on the wall, and Andy was the only person who could help him see it. Bravo's unexpected face of empathy. Behind the camera, Andy Cohen had seen it all. Meltdowns, breakups, even arrests. But Jax Taylor's case struck differently. He wasn't just another Bravo villain. He was a father, a man in real pain. And Andy wasn't going to let the cameras become a mirror of his downfall. Privately, sources say Andy reached out. He didn't push, didn't scold. He simply asked, "Are you okay?" It was that conversation, along with Jax's experience at the reunion, that shifted everything. "I told him, as a friend, that taking a step back might be the best thing for everyone, including himself," Andy explained. When the Valley reunion aired, fans witnessed the moment Andy leaned in during a break and said to Jax off camera, "You don't need to do this right now. Not if it's killing you." That clip went viral. Millions of fans praised Bravo and Andy for showing real humanity in a genre known for conflict. The fallout. With Jax gone, the Valley's future looked uncertain. Kristen Doute reportedly considered leaving as well, citing loyalty to Jax. But Andy and producers worked overtime to assure the cast and fans that the show would not only survive, but thrive. Season 3 would pivot, more focus on Lala Kent's new romance, Katie Maloney's entrepreneurial journey, and even bringing in fresh faces from the Pump Rules universe. But the elephant in the room was clear. Would the show be as juicy without Jax? Andy addressed it head on. "We don't need people to fall apart to make good television. We want to see people grow." The return. 6 months later, during BravoCon 2025, Andy stood center stage for his traditional Ask Andy panel. A fan asked, "Will Jax ever come back to the Valley?" Andy grinned. "Let's see how the next year goes. If Jax heals, grows, and wants to share that journey, I think fans would welcome him back. But only if he's ready." It was a challenge and an invitation all at once. A camera backstage caught Jax unshaven, relaxed, watching the panel. When asked how he felt about Andy's comments, he simply said, "I needed to hear that." The new Jax. In early 2026, a podcast episode of Reality Rehab dropped, featuring a surprising guest, Jax Taylor. He opened up about his therapy, his work with a men's recovery group, and his hopes for the future. "I want to show people you can be the villain and still rewrite your story." He didn't confirm a Bravo return, but he didn't deny it either. Andy later posted a clip from the podcast captioned simply, "Proud of this guy." A legacy of second chances. For over a decade, Andy Cohen built Bravo into a house of drama, shade, and scandal. But beneath it all, he built something more rare, a space for redemption. Jax Taylor's departure wasn't just another cast shakeup. It was a story of knowing when to stop, when to heal, and when to listen to the one person who always tells it like it is. Andy Cohen didn't just break his silence. He offered Jax Taylor, and all of us, a powerful reminder. Real reality isn't about how you fall. It's about how you rise.